I have always loved Halloween, and I don't really know what my big fascination has always been with it, but it's always been my favorite holiday. It goes back clear to when I was a little girl. It was a really big deal. We lived so far out in the country that it was a big deal to get dressed up in some kind of a costume. And on trick or treat night, Mom would drive me and a couple of the neighbor kids into town, and oh, we had a ball running from house to house and getting candy from people. And we knew some of the city kids knew where all the really good candy was, so we try to hook up with them, and they'd take us around the neighborhoods where the people was giving out the big candy bars and the great stuff. And it was funny because some of the folks would have a whole house full of people and want the kids that rang the doorbell to come in and parade their costumes around and show off whatever it was we was wearing. Is all we wanted to do was get to the next house and get some more candy. And we'd run back to the car every so often, after we'd covered a few blocks, and dump out our candy into a big sack and then take off again and see how much candy we could get in a couple hour period that they'd allow us to go collecting our candy. And picking out a costume was always a big deal too. We didn't always have money to go purchase store-bought costumes, so Mom would make up something. And I remember one year she made me up as a scarecrow and put on one of Daddy's big old flannel shirts and stuffed some straw in around the sleeves. Man, that itched like crazy. And she painted up my face and made me a floppy hat thing to wear, and had some jeans, tied a little bit of twine string there around the ankles to tie them closed, made me look like I was a scarecrow. And I don't know, there was one year I went as a cowgirl, and I think one year I was an Indian. I don't remember what all kind of outfits that I wore as a kid, but I know I always had a good time. They used to have a celebration there in town, some kind of a little festival for Halloween. I remember that. And it was a big deal to all us kids because what they do is they had a big old hay wagon that they'd set up there in the middle of town, put straw bales all the way around the edges of it and stuff. And they'd have us kids come and had us in groups by our age, and they'd have us come up on the wagon, and they'd pick out the best costumes. And if you won, it's like first, second, and third place, you always got a prize. And their prize was silver dollars. And that was a real big deal. We always competing for those silver dollars. And I got a few. It was fun to compete in them outfits like that. And they always had some fruit, some apples and stuff, that they give out to the kids, and uh, make some kind of a big celebration out of it. But they don't do things like that too much anymore. You don't see those kind of festivals and fun things for the kids. And kids are afraid to go out for trick or treat. And parents are afraid to let them get any candy from people because it has pins and razor blades and stuff stuck in it by some sicko individuals. And I've never liked the scary part of Halloween, the part of the Freddy Kruegers and what all kinds of scary things that they've had out around Halloween, the horror movies and stuff. Now that never did much for me. I've always liked the decorations. Decorations were always a lot of fun. They came out with these haunted houses and stuff, and I never really thought much of that, the haunted cave or the haunted woods or the haunted whatever, and go and have somebody scared the bejeebers out of you. That didn't do much for me. Fun side of it, and celebrating the holiday and celebrating the fact that it was fall, going out and having a good time with friends and enjoying people's company, and enjoying some pumpkin pie, and something warm, a bowl of chili and some hot cocoa or some hot apple cider. That for the Halloween festivities. And you just don't see that much anymore. People are scared and afraid and hooked on some kind of horrific disaster thing around Halloween. They do have a trick or treat here in the neighborhood or in the little town here, the little city that I live in. You don't see too many kids out on it, though. I think their parents are afraid to let them go to houses where they don't know the people. And I participated the first year I lived here and handed out some candy bars and stuff. And the kids that did come to the door seemed to really be tickled with it. I don't participate too much in that anymore. It just, when you don't really have a whole lot of kids coming around, it just kind of more of an inconvenience than anything else. I guess maybe, if I was younger and had kids of my own, it'd be a little bit different story. But I do try to decorate up maybe a little bit for it. I've got some little orange pumpkins and stuff I like to put in the windows and turn the lights on, and have a little bit of decoration around, and a Halloween doormat and different things that I put around. But it's not like it was when I was a kid. It's not as much fun anymore. People just don't celebrate it the way they used to. I hope in your area, wherever you are, that they have some kind of a Halloween celebration, and I hope you're able to take part in it if there is. I mean, shoot fire. It'd be great to have some kind of a celebration for the kids and pass out some silver dollars or, some kind of a treat, something that they'd really look forward to. Even if it ain't nothing but a great big candy bar or something for the first 3 or 4 places in a contest per age group or something. But who knows? I may just dress up for Halloween. It's funny because first thing I think of is put on a clown outfit and grab a chainsaw. But that probably wouldn't be a good idea.